All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. How you doing this morning? It is Monday. Gonna need this coffee this morning. Been up pretty early because of that time change. This is what it is to get old. All right, what are we talking about today? I'm excited about today because I haven't covered this band yet, and it's one of my favorite bands. And it's hard to believe that we've gone through 200 episodes and have not covered this band yet. Can anyone guess which band this is? There's a clue on the screen. Anyway, we are going back to 1978 and this band's debut album. They released their third single off of it in October of 1978, and by now it is heading up the charts. We are talking about the Cars. And how about the Cars, people? I mean, who doesn't love the Cars? If you're not a fan of the Cars, I don't know what to say, but certainly a staple of classic rock and roll radio growing up, especially throughout high school. Those rock block weekends, they would just pick those Cars songs, right? I mean, what was not to like? The debut record, of course, is Mammoth. I mean, it didn't make any sense for them to put out Greatest Hits records because that whole album was indeed a greatest hits. Even the band itself refers to it as a true greatest hits. 9 songs. How can you not include all of them? And it's hard to pick a favorite, right? They were all played on the radio. Every single one was played on the radio. Cars out of Boston, of course, formed in 1976. Huge success on the club scene, and a local DJ was playing 2 of their demos on the radio. They were playing Good Times Roll and My Best Friend's Girl, I think. And that's what got them signed to a record deal. A record executive went out to see them play in a gymnasium and signed them on the spot to a 4-record deal. What kind of music is this? They're referred to as new wave. How about that? I'm played on all the classic rock stations. I guess technically there's synthesizer in there, and it's not really heavy guitar driven all the time. It's just hard to believe they've always been called new wave, but you wouldn't. I don't know. For some reason, I don't think of them that way. Synth pop. I don't know what else to call them. But this record is awesome, and sometimes I think Candy-O is my favorite record by them, but it's only because you don't hear all of those songs on the radio. So for some reason, I play that album a lot. But if you go back and play this record, you're like, wow, I cannot believe these are all the songs that are on this record. And it's certainly got to be their best album, and I mean, by far their best album, right? So what are we talking about for track listing on this record? Starts off with Good Times Roll. Then it moves into My Best Friend's Girl. That's what's going up the charts right now. I'm in Touch with Your World, also good song. Don't You Stop. I even like Don't You Stop. I mean, it's catchy. Then you flip the cassette over, or the record over, and you go, you've got You're All I've Got Tonight, Bye Bye Love, Moving in Stereo, and All Mixed Up. So let's talk about that side B. First of all, I read a record review that said that Bye Bye Love is the best song on the record. That's what their argument was. I don't know. That could be true. I love that song. Hard to believe that the singles were Just What I Needed, You're All I've Got Tonight, Good Times Roll, and Best Friend's Girl. Moving in Stereo is not a single. How about that? Interesting, right? So, you got Bye Bye Love. Love that song. Moving in Stereo. You were always excited. We talked about this in an earlier episode. When Moving in Stereo came on, you loved it, but it had to go into All Mixed Up. They had to play it. If they didn't, you were pissed, and they always cut it off. Like when they cut it off, you'd hear it starting at the end there, and then they'd move on to the next one. You're like, damn, they didn't play it. And then every once in a while, someone would play it, and you'd be like, yes, cool, got it right. This record sold 1 million copies in 6 months. It went up to number 18, considered the 4th best album of that year, I think. Pretty amazing. So tell me your car story. I think I've told this story before, but we had a funky bus in high school. The kids just kind of all liked each other, and we had a really cool bus driver that we would like. I mean, it's right out of a John Hughes movie. We would actually like give her birthday presents on her birthday. Weird. But we had that giant boom box on the back of the radio, in the back of the bus there. We play all kinds of music in the morning, Van Halen, Foreigner, you name it. But when it came to the cars, they would play this record, this cassette with those 16D batteries in that. And I just have a very vivid memory of playing that cassette and the whole bus just singing along to You're All I've Got Tonight. Just, I mean, straight out of a movie. Anyway, so what are we doing for song of the day? Well, I could do Bye Bye Love because, like I said, that people are saying that's the best track. But you got to do Moving in Stereo into All Mixed Up. You got to play it right. That's your song of the day. Give me your car story. Love this band. Love it. It's a great record. What a great way to start your week, right? All right. We'll catch you tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? Anything going on tomorrow in the world? I don't know. Anyway, have a great Monday. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.